My name's Blake Kohler. I'm the CEO of Pulse for Good.
I'm Remington Rainey, and I'm one of the co-founders and Chief Revenue Officer for Pulse for Good.
I am Mark Weaver. I'm one of the co-founders of Pulse for Good. I manage all the financials and operations for the company.
Pulse for Good is a combination, if you had like a Venn diagram of it, of a service, a product, and software. Right? It's a combination of the three different things where you have services built around building good surveys that are meant to help you understand how to ask questions in a psychometrically safe way, but ask questions in a way that is going to get you reliable and valid answers for the populations you're targeting. On top of that, we use software to administer the surveys. It kind of makes sense, right? An easy way to be able to get people to give you the input. And then we use hardware that runs the software to be able to get these responses in places that you traditionally wouldn't get responses.
Our initial goals when we started this company was really just a company that would be fun to work at, fun to work with our friends and our family, and to make some money, hopefully. We found there was a really big need for client interaction with social service providers specifically. And we found a need, and we saw really quickly that this need was actually making a really positive impact on organizations and on the individuals that those organizations were serving. And it kind of added a whole new element of purpose that we had to work hard and to provide a better product and a better experience so that we could help more people.
Ultimately, we wanted to create a company, and so it turns out that we had an opportunity to provide a service that really helps not only society as a whole by ultimately improving our social safety net services that are provided to people who are struggling or having tough times, but also at the same time giving those individuals that are very unlikely to give that constructive criticism about the services they're receiving because they're typically free, and oftentimes they don't get asked those questions. They don't have a lot of incentive to give feedback, and so this allows for an easy place for that to happen.
Where do most of our kiosks go to? We are servicing organizations all across the United States, and the last year and a half we've been in Canada in a couple locations.
I think the people that benefit the most from Pulse for Good are individuals that feel like they may not have a voice in the services that they're receiving. Really is, I would say secondary to that is just society as a whole, as well as, that could come down to whoever's funding those organizations that are providing those services, because it is a struggle to get that feedback, and anything that we can do to make those services more effective faster is going to improve the dollars that we spend on those programs as well. So it is a win-win in multiple ways.
The Pulse for Good system really helps organizations listen to people at scale, right? It's one thing to be able to listen to somebody. You can sit down and have a conversation one-on-one. It's not a thing when you're serving thousands of people or hundreds of people every day. To be able to help them feel listened to and help the feedback that they give actually influence decision-making and policy and make things a little bit better.
So the initial problem that we wanted to solve is wanted there to be a mechanism to be able to communicate with someone that was in maybe a higher power position. We got notified by the city of Seattle and their homeless department and asking specifically if Pulse and our product would work for the youth population in the city of Seattle. It kind of quickly changed our perspective to, hey, it's not about us, and it's not about like what would be a better experience for us, because we weren't really in that vulnerable of a situation. But youth experiencing homelessness, I don't know how much more vulnerable you can be. And we saw that, we saw a huge need, and helped us to kind of have a little bit more purpose and drive to build this product and help more people out.
The most rewarding part is really hearing from that individual that is or was wearing the multiple hats and having them have that sigh of relief saying, no longer am I just super worried about my compliance or quality metrics. I know that it's running like an Apple Watch in the background all the time. And if I'm worried about any trends or issues that may have come up from changes that we've had take place, I can quickly see at a glance, hey, how is that change affecting the happiness of the people using our services? And that's just seeing that relief in their face is huge.
I'd say it's twofold. First, helping organizations improve is awesome, right? Knowing that because of what we do, maybe an additional person's being housed, an additional person's getting the treatment they need. Like that is amazing. The other part of it is, as Pulse has expanded and grown, it's been fun to bring other people into this family, right? And involve them in it. Everyone from employees who have been awesome to like an advisory board that love it, from other organizations that are not only using it themselves but are championing it for other groups, to cities and counties that use it. It's been fun to get people rallying behind this idea of listening to people and how much that matters and how much it can change cultures and really build a virtuous cycle of trust that helps us to solve some of the world's biggest problems. And it's not like overnight all of a sudden we're going to solve homelessness or mental or behavioral health issues or make the correctional system better. But if every day we're improving by a fraction of percent, and each year we're improving 1% and getting 1% better, that adds up a lot over time. And so that's been the most rewarding thing, is to see that improvement and invite others on that journey to help groups improve with us.